Look up at the night sky, we see stars, planets, the vast emptiness of space. But what we don't see is a hidden danger, a growing threat to our future in space. It's a silent storm, a cloud of debris, orbiting our planet at incredible speeds. This is the reality of Kessler Syndrome. This debris isn't some distant, abstract problem. It's a direct result of human activity. Every satellite we launch, every rocket we send into space, leaves a trail of debris behind. Old satellites, spent rocket stages, even tiny fragments of paint all contribute to this growing cloud. And here's the problem. This debris isn't just sitting still. It's hurtling around Earth at thousands of miles per hour. At these speeds, even a small piece of debris can cause catastrophic damage. Imagine a pebble smashing into a windshield at highway speeds. That's the kind of impact we're talking about. This debris field is not just a danger to future space exploration, it also threatens the satellites we rely on every day. Satellites that connect us, inform us, and help us navigate our world. The very technologies that define our modern lives are at risk. Kessler Syndrome is not just about individual collisions, it's about a chain reaction, a domino effect in space. Imagine one collision creating thousands of new pieces of debris. Each of those pieces can then go on to collide with other objects, creating even more debris. This chain reaction could eventually create a dense belt of debris around Earth. This debris belt would make it incredibly dangerous, if not impossible, to launch new satellites or spacecraft. Our access to space, our ability to explore the cosmos, could be severely limited. The idea of Kessler Syndrome might seem like science fiction, but it's a very real possibility. In fact, we've already seen hints of this domino effect in action. In 2009, a defunct Russian satellite collided with a functioning US communications satellite. This single collision created thousands of new pieces of debris, adding to the growing cloud around our planet. The more debris we put into space, the greater the risk of triggering this runaway chain reaction. It's a vicious cycle that we need to break. We need to act now, before it's too late. The situation is already serious, and it's getting worse every day. Currently, there are over 34,000 trackable objects larger than 10 centimeters in Earth's orbit. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. Millions of smaller pieces, undetectable by our current technology, are also out there. Each one of these objects, large or small, is a potential bullet, a hazard to spacecraft and astronauts. With every passing day, the risk of a catastrophic collision increases. This escalating danger is not just a problem for governments and space agencies, it affects us all. The satellites we rely on for communication, navigation, weather forecasting, and Earth observation are all vulnerable to this debris. A loss of these services would have a significant impact on our daily lives, our economies, and our global security. We have become a spacefaring civilization, but our journey into the cosmos has left its mark. We've left behind a legacy of debris, a silent threat to our future in space. This is not a problem for future generations to solve, it's a problem we must confront now. To address the growing problem of space debris. Section 5, a shared responsibility. The good news is that Kessler Syndrome is not inevitable. We have the power to prevent this catastrophe, but it requires a global effort, a shared responsibility for the future of space. Governments and space agencies around the world need to work together to develop and implement stricter guidelines for space debris mitigation. This includes deorbiting old satellites, designing new spacecraft with end-of-life disposal plans, and developing technologies to actively remove existing debris. We also need to invest in research and development of innovative solutions. Ideas like space-based lasers to nudge debris out of orbit, giant nets to capture it, and even robotic servicing missions to repair and extend the life of existing satellites are all being explored. This is not just a technical challenge, it's a cultural one. We need to foster a sense of stewardship for space, a recognition that it's a shared resource that needs to be protected for future generations. Section 6, Our Future in the Stars. The future of space exploration, our ability to reach for the stars, depends on the choices we make today. We can choose to ignore the growing problem of space debris and risk losing access to the cosmos, or we can choose to act, to clean up our act, and ensure that future generations inherit a pristine and accessible space environment. The challenge is great, but so is the potential reward. By working together, by embracing innovation and responsibility, we can ensure that the silent storm above remains just that, silent. And we can continue our journey of exploration, discovery, and understanding of the universe we live in. The stars beckon, but first, we must clear the path. The future of space depends on it.